Ben Simmons tells the Sixers he's willing to sit out the entire season if they don't trade him. Trade deadline's coming up really, really soon. We're going to talk about it right after the bumper. What's good people? Jeff Lighty Jr. here with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, Ben Simmons is back in the news, and he is telling reporters, or somebody's telling reporters, Ramona Shelburne of ESPN is reporting that Ben Simmons, if he's not traded from the Philadelphia 76ers, he's willing to sit out the entire year. We're going to look at an article from Yahoo Sports. Let's take a look. It says, report, Ben Simmons fine with sitting out all seasons if the 76ers can't find a trade. It says Ben Simmons apparently is still in no rush to get back onto the court. According to ESPN's Ramona Shelburne, Simmons is prepared to sit out the entire season if the Philadelphia 76ers aren't able to find a trade partner before the trade deadline next month. It says, quote, he does want to move on of a course and restart his life and his career, but he's been going very diligently to do work with his therapist. And I think the sense is if it takes an entire season to trade him, if it takes all year for the 76ers to find a trade that's acceptable for them, he's prepared to do that. Shelburne reported on ESPN. It sounds unbelievable to think like a guy who was getting fined for every single game, every single practice, every single weightlifting session that he's missing, he's okay if he goes the whole season, if that's how it goes. Simmons initially requested a trade before the season started and then skipped training camp amid a tense standoff with the 76ers. Then in October, Simmons said he, quote, wasn't mentally ready to play. He hasn't played since and has been adamant about finding a new team to play for. And like Shelburne mentioned, he is still being fined for being away from the 76ers. So, for those of you who don't know how the fines in the NBA work, it's not like speeding tickets, right? You pop up with a bunch of fines and just say like, hey, you pay these and you can pay them if you want, not get a warrant for your arrest, whatever. It's not how the NBA works. When you get fined in the NBA, you don't get paid. So they take the fine right out of your game check. Ben Simmons hasn't played any games. So therefore, he's not getting paid the way he should. Ben Simmons is a guy who makes, $30 million a year? Ben Simmons makes $30 million a year. And he's willing to sacrifice damn near all of it to get what he wants. This is amid a huge standoff. Ben Simmons, Rich Paul, his agent, and the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers, ran by Daryl Morey, the former GM of the Rockets, and now he's the president of the 76ers. He said he's willing to – Simmons got 4 years left on his deal, Daryl Morey said. So if we got to do this for 4 years, that's not ideal. But we're not trading Ben Simmons, who was 25, 26 years old, in the prime of his career, supposed to be anyway. We're not trading him for pennies on the dollar. Now, some trades, rumors of trade reports have come out. Teams like Detroit, who offered Jermaine Grant and I think 2 first-rounders. Sixers like, man, go on somewhere with that. Some other reports of some kind of underbidding. Sixers like, go on with that. If we don't get a star for a star, we're not doing it. Because 9 times out of 10 in NBA trades, I'm not in all trades, but in NBA trades specifically, the team who gets the better player typically wins the trade. That's typically how it works in the NBA. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. Look at some other teams, the Lakers. Look at some of these other teams that have made trades. And Lakers, I mean Anthony Davis. I ain't talking about Russell Westbrook. I mean Anthony Davis. But the team who typically gets the best player in the trade typically wins the trade. So that's why the Sixers are trying to get equal value for Ben Simmons. The only problem is one Ben Simmons stock got shot in last year's playoffs. It is not the same. Whatever the Sixers think he's worth, he's probably not worth that. Because in last year's playoffs, people saw he's scared to shoot. People saw he's running from the free throw line. People saw he wasn't the same player when the games mattered most. Now, the chances are he goes to a playoff contending championship type team. Very slim. But folks they are now devaluing Ben Simmons. And They know he don't want to play for you. So they're not going to offer you max compensation because they know no matter what they offer, he ain't going to play for the Sixers no more. He don't want to play for Philly no more. That's over. That's done with. So they're never going to offer you the offer that you feel like you deserve for a guy at this point of his career who has been this good, who has made 2 or 3 All-Star games. They're not going to give you what you think you want. So this is going to be interesting because, like I said, the trade deadline is next month. All-Star weekend's next month. And Ben said he's already willing to sit out. But sitting out one season wouldn't be good enough because even if we sit out this season and the Sixers do whatever, lose in the playoffs, whatever, Ben Simmons hangs out in his humble abode out in Los Angeles. Ben still has 3 more years left on his deal after this season. So they'll have to go through all of this again this offseason. And then training camp. And then the regular season. Hopefully we don't see it stretch out that long. I know a lot of Ben Simmons fans are out there. And a lot of people want to see Ben Simmons play again. But Ben Simmons playing as a Philadelphia 76er, I think those dreams are dead. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Once again, my name is Jeff Lighty Jr. with the Black Boss Channel. You can subscribe to the Black Boss Channel. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the Black Boss Channel right there, theblackbosschannel.com. That is theblackbosschannel.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLighty7 on Instagram and Twitter at JLighty7. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out, and I will see you next time. Peace.